Hi, everyone. My name is Peggy Sumihi. I'm a senior planner with the city of Shakopee. And today we are going to talk a little bit about the Windermere Community Park. This is a park that is going to be developed in the Windermere neighborhood. There's a lot of new homes going in this neighborhood. And if you've driven through there or you live in this neighborhood, you know that a park is long anticipated in this neighborhood. And so today, myself and Sandy Muellners are designer from Confluence are going to walk you through some of the concepts, and then we hope that after you'll take our survey and tell us what you prefer. So I'm just going to share my screen. We're going to go through just a quick presentation again for the design options. So if you don't know where this park is, it's along Windermere Way. In that blue highlighted area is the park. There's some really fun topography here. It's a kind of bluffy area where you get some really tall heights up near Attenborough Street where that terminates, and then some lower points kind of down a hill along Windermere Way. It's a really fun site. It's got a lot of trees. It's really wooded. And we hope today that you'll help us pick some designs that really highlight some of the cool topography here, but also bring some new amenities into this area. This neighborhood is really under development, and so some new homes that are going in here will have a green corridor. That's this kind of where the ponds are, and this green area of trails that will connect new houses that are yet to be constructed to the community park. And the community park is in that upper right-hand corner. Again, Attenborough Street here is what is currently built. And when these homes go in, the developer is going to build for the city some park amenities. There's going to be some sensory play objects like musical options and ways for kids to play in that way. There's a different kind of sensory experience with rock climbing or these bouldering objects. And then there's going to be a large kind of oversized net-based structure that will be along this green corridor for kind of a bigger kid amenity that'll be really unique. So for those new residents, and maybe you're one of those new residents who's purchased a home in this area, you'll have that park spine that runs along in between some of these yards, and then we'll connect you to our new park. So as you think about what might be in that new park, it's super exciting. You'll have this amenity too. So now Sandy is going to walk us through some of the concepts. In the survey, when you get there, you'll see each of these different concepts kind of paired together, and we're really asking, which do you prefer or what do you like?
So we wanted to start with some high-level precedent imagery from different areas all around the world for some of these bigger ideas that could potentially be featured in this park with the help of your feedback and your input after this video when you take the survey. So the first, potentially most important part of any park system is walking through it, connections, how all of the different amenities within that park are connected. So we put together this sort of spectrum of different types of walking paths and surfaces, anything from a natural surface path to more of a boardwalk feel. So something a little bit more structured to something a little bit more natural. So that's something for you as a community to consider when you are taking this survey and thinking about what you want to see in the Windermere Community Park. The second sort of high big picture item that we have been sort of ideating with the city is a playground. This area is really unique. It's a really beautiful natural area. There's a lot of topography here. There's a pretty big hill that we have to play with, and we were talking about envisioning something that includes play that incorporates that sort of topography. So potentially slides that go down the hill, maybe some climbing elements up the hill, just getting a little bit more playful with using the topography in play with these different play areas that can cater to different age ranges as well, anything from tots to older kids. What you see in front of you here is sort of a couple different ideas for what this play area can look like, something that takes a little bit of inspiration from the more naturalized feel of this area, a little bit more nature play, using more natural materials, And then on the left side of your screen, you see something that's a little bit more contemporary, something that has a little bit more color, a little bit more difference to it than the nature play. So that's another thing for you to consider in what you would like to see in this community park when it comes to play. One other element that we think would be really interesting and really fun in this area is picnicking. So there are some great areas, natural areas that really lend themselves well to a picnicking area. It could look something a lot more natural, like what you see on the right side of your screen, maybe just a little bit of clearing, some natural surfacing, open to the sky, into the trees. Or we could look at something that is a little bit, again, more contemporary, a little bit more formalized, but still has a little bit of that nature theme and inspiration to it with a covered canopy. It could be a combination of the two as well. So another thing for you to consider, if you think that picnicking would be a great amenity at this park, how do you envision that? What would you like that to look like and feel like? And this area is, again, really unique. It features really great views. So there's great views to the Minnesota River corridor, to downtown Shakopee, and sometimes you can even see the Minneapolis skyline when the weather is really, really great. So a couple ideas that came up was a viewing platform or ways to sort of take advantage of those views. So there's a couple different ways we can think about this sort of viewing platform. On the left side of your screen, there's something a little bit more artistic and fun, something that has a little bit of artistic interest to it. In the center, that image pulls some inspiration maybe from like a farming silo. So pulling, that idea of what this land was most recently used for, which is farmland, and how that could maybe, translate into an element that you can interact with and climb up onto and view from. And then over on the right side, maybe it's something that it's more of a platform where you get into the trees there, and it's not necessarily all about height, but it's about getting in there and taking advantage of views.
Great. Thank you for that overview, Sandy. So those are just some of the things we're really interested in hearing a little bit about your preferences on. As far as a timeline, we're going to be doing this community engagement through spring 2021. So if you found this from a letter in your mailbox or from the city's website, if you have more questions, you can contact me, but you'll likely see more information in that same way that you got yourself here. Once we have kind of narrowed a design down using your feedback, we're hoping that construction can begin this summer and fall, maybe with putting in some of those trails, adding in those picnic benches, getting that playground set, however those look like, and then hoping for that to be completed by spring 2022. Crazy to think in these numbers, 22 feels so far away, but it's only next year. So thank you for watching this super quick video. We hope that you'll take the survey that's either below this on the survey page, or you can get to the survey by going to shakopeemn.gov/Windermere survey. Thank you guys so much for your time. We really want to hear your feedback. And if you have any questions, you can email me at PIMIHY@shakopeemn.gov. Thank you guys.
Thank you.